were being made by Pakistan. Strike one claiming that at least 3 of the Rafale fighter jets that has been taken down, they were shot down. This is absolutely wrong, false information. Another information, fakery that has been exposed. What Pakistanis is saying is inaccurate. This has now come out from the Dassault CEO. Himself, he has now come out to say that all of these figures and the statement given out by Pakistanis, mainly without any evidence, is false, it is baseless, and it is inaccurate. Also going on to say another strike that there has been no official word from the Indian side on the Rafales, on the losses that have been incurred. And when the truth comes out, some may have surprises. The success about the mission is not having about 0 losses, but the success about a mission is achieving its objective. And that is exactly what the Indian Defence Forces had said, that as far as the Operation Sindoor objective is concerned, that has been successfully achieved. Now, while he acknowledged that the exact figure of India's aerial losses is unknown, Eric Trappier, in the meantime, has made it crystal clear that Pakistan is now resorting to fakery in a bid to save their own face. And here is Eric Trappier himself, who has called out on Pakistan's fakery. Now, the Dassault CEO has also a message for those within India who have been towing Pakistan lies and have been asking for answers. They're demanding answers, rather, that tell us exactly, when it comes to India's losses, how many fighter jets that we have lost. He says, the CEO says, that the success of any mission is not about having 0 losses, but instead about when it gets to the desired objective, in which the Indian Armed Forces has made it evidently clear that the reason why Operation Sindoor was launched, the objective has been achieved, it's been fulfilled. Now, this revelation seems to be like egg on the face for the likes of the opposition party leaders in particular, who have been consistently asking the government about how many Rafale jets were lost during Operation Sindoor, giving advantage to the enemy nation.
మోడీ గారు తెచ్చిన రాఫెల్ యుద్ధ విమానాలు మన పాకిస్తాన్ కూల్చింది. ఎన్ని కూల్చిందో రాఫెల్ గురించి చెప్పమంటే ఈ రోజు చర్చ లేదు. ఈ రోజు మన దేశం కాదని ఇతర దేశాల నుంచి రాఫెల్ యుద్ధ విమానాలను కొనుగోలు చేసిన మోడీ గారు, మీరు జవాబు చెప్పండి. మన పాకిస్తాన్ తో జరిగిన యుద్ధంలో ఎన్ని రాఫెల్ యుద్ధ విమానాలు పాకిస్తాన్ నేలగూల్చిందో మీరు లెక్క చెప్పండి. గొప్పల కోసం వేల కోట్ల రూపాయల కాంట్రాక్టులు మీకు కావాల్సిన వాళ్ళకి ఇచ్చి ఇయాల రాఫెల్ యుద్ధ విమానాలు కొన్నారు. అవెందుకు నేలగూలినాయో ఇయాల ప్రజలకు సమాధానం చెప్పాలి.
Let's get a word from Rishabh, who's joining us live right now. Rishabh, do we actually need the Dassault Aviation CEO to actually come out and give a stance exactly how Rafale jets were being used by India, and they don't stand a chance in front as far as when it comes to Pakistan is concerned, the fakery that needs to be called out? Will this now convince India's opposition?
Well, Amita, not sure whether it will convince India's opposition or not, but one thing is very clear. Now we have it in black and white that what happened during Operation Sindoor, and as Eric Trappier, the CEO of Dassault Aviation, very categorically said that the success of a mission is not measured by whether all the birds returned home or not, but whether the goal was achieved or not. And here in Operation Sindoor, India achieved every possible goal that was registered before taking off for all these birds as well. Apart from that, on the claim from Pakistan that 3 Rafale jets were down, the Dassault CEO has very categorically said that 1 has been down, and yet it is not clear whether it was down due to combat or non-combat situation. That is something that India will only tell. So very categorically, CEO of Dassault is clearly maintaining the truth and very clearly showing mirror to Pakistan whether and how it will make difference in India's domestic politics is something that remains to be seen.
All right, exactly remains to be seen now, where Pakistan's fakery has been called out and the answers that have been given to the opposition's questions with regards to the losses that have been incurred on the Indian side. Now let's talk about right before the Dassault CEO, there was also the Chief of Defence Staff, General Anil Chauhan, during an interview, or rather a briefing. He admitted that India lost Rafale jets, but categorically dismissed Pakistan's claims of 3 to 6 fighter jets being shot down. even when it comes to the CDS's larger message that the number of jets that India lost is not important because it is a combat situation and the operation is still not over. But the lessons learned and the action that has been taken thereafter was important. The question now is, will the Congress party and the opposition finally accept that they were wrong? After all, it is not only that they are guilty of echoing Pakistan's line or Rafale jets, but they also seems to be peddling Pakistan's lie that their so-called Field Marshal Asim Munir got an invite for the US military parade, a claim that has been categorically denied by the White House itself. Now, let's go back to Rishabh on that. Well, Rishabh, now Congress party seems to be finding itself in an embarrassing position. The BJP, in the meantime, has outlined several examples of how Congress's own fakery has been called out.
Well, definitely. See, there have been multiple things which has dominated domestic politics, especially after Operation Sindoor, be it Khwaja Asif's statement that has come to light, or for that matter, the Congress's question over Operation Sindoor and the losses that we have incurred, or for that matter, what CDS said, or now, supposedly Asim Munir, the Field Marshal and Chief of Army Staff of Pakistan Army, being invited to the military day parade in the United States. All this now slowly and steadily is being answered. Remains to be seen, as I have been always saying, that Indian politics is something that doesn't end in a day or two. It goes on for a long haul. The parliament session happens to be starting from July 21st, and remains to be seen whether Congress and other opposition parties take these issues to parliament as well or not. For now, the major focus definitely is on a lot of things otherwise, but Operation Sindoor is something that is going to resonate in parliament, and that's something that both government and opposition is bracing for right now.
Rishabh, we'll just come back to you as far as when it comes to the details that are now being coming in of Pakistan's fakery on one hand that has been exposed. On the other hand, when it comes to certain half-truths and misinformation, what the BJP has been saying on part of the opposition, which seems to be towing Pakistan's lies, that too has been also called out.